What's up, guys? Welcome back to Clean Freak Detailing. I'm going to be doing this voiceover through my office at our house. I figured I'd give you a little face-to-face action since you don't get to see it that often. But I'm going to kind of be watching the video with you live and just making comments throughout the video and do it that way just to kind of give you something different. So hope you sit back and enjoy the video. Welcome to Clean Freak Detailing. Alright, so we are starting the video. This is a 2000 Toyota 4Runner. A little bit about the woman who contacted me about this car. She said that she's had this thing her whole life, and at some points in her life she actually had to live out of her car. So this is actually a very important piece of her life. I don't know if anybody out there has had to live in their car because of certain circumstances, but it sometimes help you get through tough times in life. So, you know, I was glad to be able to give her a good deep detailing to this thing and try to bring it back to somewhat new. As you can see from some of the camera shots here, it's pretty dirty, and you'll see once I start vacuuming and stuff like that, you'll see how much dirt is actually in the floorboard and around the car. So. And the carpets here, they're actually really good quality floorboard carpet cloth. A lot of the cars nowadays, they have like a super thin ply, as I call it. But these cars that were made probably 20 years ago, they're just a lot better quality for some reason. Like, they're super thick and they have a lot of the liquid that I actually put into the carpet. So, something interesting there. It's always funny stuff you actually find in the car. I mean, once you take the seats out, stuff like that, I swear I always find a French fry. Doesn't matter whose car, there's always a French fry underneath the seat, 100% of the time. And the seats are actually really easy to take out of this one. There's always a different bolt in each car. There's not a universal bolt or screw that holds these seats down. Look, there's a fry right there on the top. So you can see all the dirt that's actually been caked up around the edge of the car there. I mean, that is just, I mean, that's years and years of dirt. See if we can find a French fry. There's one right there. Yep. Always there. I didn't notice the change in the door handle there. Yeah, found a watch that was broken. I don't know if they needed that. I saved it for them though. So yeah, just vacuuming here. I always try to scrub, especially in a car like this, where the dirt is actually embedded deep into the cloth. I use that tip of the vacuum cleaner to kind of loosen that up. You'll see how to do it later. So this is actually the new dog hair remover tool I'm using. It's called Aniline. It was sent to me just to try out. It's got 3 different sides on it, so each side has a different pitch of rubber or silicone. This version silicone. and you can use those depending on the level of carpet that you have there. You just scrape it. You can turn it and get more aggressive or less aggressive depending on the type of carpet you have. I use all sides. I just kind of experimented with it. It's actually good at loosening up dirt too in the floorboard, so it has a pretty good multifunctional use. But the version 2 that she has coming out uses a different type of rubber. So this one actually creates static, so like stuff sticks to it. And she's trying to fix that, and I think the next version is going to be like a different material, so it should be better. Yeah, you can see here how I'm trying to use that plastic tip just to kind of loosen up all that dirt. Drill brush works nice. You can use a drill brush to kind of break it up as well. But I just used what I had right there in front of me, so. I try to get all the dirt I can out of this floorboard before I go to it with the spray, the carpet cleaner, and then the extractor. I try to eliminate as much dirt going up in the extractor as I can. I feel like that would clog it up. So yeah, here I am using that Analon thing to get the dog hair, and then I actually go back and use it to try and break up some of the dirt that's been embedded into the carpets. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right there, is I'm going back and forth with it really fast, just trying to break up that dirt. And the type of vacuum I'm using, which I get a lot of questions about that, it's called a shop vac. That's the literal name of it. It's called shop vac. I believe it's like a 160 cc or 16 volt, something like that. It's not like a very high powerful one, but it does do the job very well. And there's a link to that down in the comments. So. And another thing about the, as you'll see, the lighting in this video is going to be kind of bad. I could not crank the car up. She said there's something wrong with the cylinder. You had to like pull the wheel to the left and then try to crank. Oh, I couldn't do it. So it stayed where she left it. And right there in my driveway, the sun comes over the trees and puts a big shadow over it. So I'm going to have all kinds of shadows and sun areas that will just make it not a great video, honestly, in my opinion. But there's nothing I could really do about it until she got back. So, and this took a day and a half, so I had to leave it where it was. As you can see, that big sun ray coming right through the car like at it, and there's nothing I can do about that. I shut the door here in a minute, but just trying to work around what I got to work around. So right here on the seats, I used two different types of cleaner. I used a Meguiar's all-purpose upholstery cleaner, and then I went back over it because I didn't feel like that was working with the all-purpose degreaser formula. and I feel like the degreaser formula actually broke it down a little bit better. This was the degreaser formula I went over the second time, and honestly, it just several passes of the extractor eventually, as you can see, got that black stuff out of there, and that's just years of dirt. That's all that is, caked in there, and then the more you went over it, the better it got. Yeah, one thing I'll say about cleaning seats, and this is something I've learned as I've gone, as I've done more cars, you honestly can't put enough of the solution on there, especially using the extractor. You're gonna get that liquid out, and I think at first I was a little timid about putting too much liquid on there and saturating the seats, but if you have enough time to let them dry and you got a good extractor, you don't have to worry about that. So I say go to town on the chemicals. It makes it easier to clean.
undiscovered, didn't care for one another. You and I, you and I. Thought I was okay till something in me changed. Don't know why, don't know why. You got me high, but I'm sober. You make me lonely when I'm by myself. I should be free, but I'm hoping that we could be something in the end, something more than friends. Be feeling same as the beginning. Waste of time, waste of time. Somehow you intruded, lost in your illusions. I was fine, I was fine. You got me high, but I'm sober. Friends. We were undiscovered, didn't care for one another. You and I, you and I. Thought I lost my way, but you washed out all the gray. Don't know why, don't know why. You got me high, but I'm sober. You make me lonely when I'm by myself. I should be free.
So as you can see, like cleaning the carpets in a car is very time consuming. Especially in something that has really bad stains. You have to go over it and over it and over it again, and sometimes they don't come out. Like right here, you'll see like I don't get it 100% out. I actually used a degreaser formula on this, and I used just a regular carpet and upholstery cleaner, and I just couldn't get it out. And I went over it several times, and sometimes you just can't win. And where this area is, it's directly under a seat, so you're probably not going to see it, which, you know, not a big deal. I always like to get everything out if I can, but you just have to be, you know, realistic about things. You're not going to get it 100% clean every time, and that's okay. I feel like this car had a pretty good transformation after cleaning it, and as you can see here, this is my second time going over it, and I think after I turned the camera off, I went over it a couple more times, and just couldn't get it 100%, but I was happy with the final out. So moving to the floor mats, I've started doing this pressure washing technique on these instead of just going straight to carpet cleaner and extractor. I feel like that extra power from the pressure washer really helps clean these things out. These things were full of dirt, and as you can see, when I started pressure washing, you see all the dirt right there on the top that was already coming out of it. And this was after I vacuumed and I beat the mats as well to try and get all that loose dirt out. So I just use a simple degreaser formula for this as well. Take the drill brush to it, and then use the pressure washer to spray all that out, and then I come behind it with the extractor to get all that water out, and it did a pretty good job. I don't know if you've noticed, but usually I clean the outside of the car first, but just because of I guess the timing of when she dropped it off and what I had going on that day, I decided to go ahead and knock out the inside, and I did the outside the next day. So after cleaning as many cars as I have, it's probably about 8 or 9 now, the best thing you can do for your car is get floor mats like this, like a WeatherTech or some kind of rubber mat put on top of your floor mats and to cover the original carpet. It'll just keep your car lasting that much longer and keep it clean and keep it from staining. And I'm sure they wish they had these all along, but it's definitely something I would invest in. I have them in my truck now. I haven't always had them, but it's something after cleaning the cars I've cleaned, definitely invest in some of these if you can. So moving to the center console, I just use a all-purpose solution here, typically on the dash and on everything from the center console to the dashboard. I use that all-purpose solution, and I take just a boar's hair detail brush and I just work that in and break down all the dirt that's been caked up in there, and then take a microfiber towel, wipe it down. If something needs to be steam cleaned, I'll pull out the McCullough steam cleaner and I'll use that. I didn't use it on this one. I didn't think it really needed it. The all-purpose solution did a really good job of breaking most of the dirt down, so I was able to get it with just a microfiber towel, and it worked out really well. If you look at the handle here on this door, how black it is when I start. I use that all-purpose cleaner to actually get that out. I just had to scrub really hard with that microfiber towel, but you can see how eventually I get out all that black out of the handle. I was actually really happy about that. Yeah, so moving to the tires, I use the Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner, or Meguiar's all-tire and wheel cleaner. It's like a gel-based formula, so it comes out like a gel. It's not like a really liquidy or fluid. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it comes out like a gel, so it sticks really well, and it does a great job at breaking down the brake dust and years of dirt caked up on these rims. And you'll notice when it starts to work, it changes color to purple, so it lets you know it's doing its job. And I've been really happy with using that product. As you can see, part of the car is in the shade, like I told you at the beginning, because I couldn't move the car and I couldn't get a good lighting on this thing. But anyway, I spray on that tire cleaner. I let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes. Let that chemical do its job. And I take just a simple wheel brush. I go around the rubber tire first. Then I usually take this bristled rim cleaner and go between the spokes. And then I'll go with the detail brush and work in around the lug nuts and stuff like that, around the edge of where the tire meets the rim as well. And then spray it off the pressure washer. I love cleaning tires. There's something about it. They just have such a good before and after. As you can see, the lighting here is terrible. Ah, it's frustrating. Yeah, this is in the dark. Can't even see anything. But I couldn't crank it, so I had to leave it there. Something very satisfying about pressure washing a car. Just watching that dirt come off. Well, I like it anyway. Here's the mega foam dispenser. So I usually would spray the foam on, and then I'd take like a car soap with my wash mitt. I'll wash the entire car, but because this was sitting in the direct sunlight, I didn't want to leave it. So I washed this side first and I sprayed it off the pressure washer. I don't usually do that, but I had to change up my technique just because of where the car was sitting in my driveway. But it ended up working out all right. Well guys, that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed me watching it with you and kind of talking through how I do things. I enjoyed doing that. That was kind of fun. We got some good cars coming up in the future, so I hope y'all stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed and continues to watch my videos. I enjoy doing these. These are just something I do for fun and free. So please continue to watch, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. See ya.